Duke Stadium in Conway, South Carolina would appear to be a far cry from the classics, but Chaucer would be very proud of the fight that his Chanticleers will bring to the teal. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the James Madison Dukes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Chanticleers will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So James Madison's offense is on the field for the first time today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
The lone back's got it. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Back has it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They want to run this quarterback. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Chanticleers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Wide open on the right. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Ran through the contact. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Give him 6. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught. Still running at the 40. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Snap to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap and some room to work. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half, man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook, everything I have to use. I like all these.
Leaves it with the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. Extra point here will tie the game.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Humphries. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The give. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Cherry. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The shot that clears headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Complete to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The give on the option. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. It's complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The shot that clears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, shot to clear.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He
breaks into the open. Touchdown, Dukes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He splits the uprights. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good up a little bit. So I do look for a little second-half running the football ball out of this group.
And to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He'll throw it. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right.
The quick out. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Chanticleers will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Got the quick completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Give to the running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back has it. Finding an escape route. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. A designed run for the quarterback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're
oh, there's an alley on the left. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, James Madison. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to Marshall. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking to throw on first down. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The shot that clears, moving quickly to the line. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And down he goes back at the 3.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
And the shot that clears line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes.
We're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Oh, better look out. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's on target and complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses getting really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out in the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Chanticleers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where it's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get more south, and that's fine if we only lose a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards where now we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. Back has it. Toss sweep right. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.